Frustrated Dak Prescott fires defiant message after Cowboys' Week 8 heartbreak. In a stirring bout of Sunday Night Football, the Dallas Cowboys, led by quarterback Dak Prescott, nearly overturned a 17-point fourth-quarter deficit against the San Francisco 49ers, only to fall short in the final moments. Despite the heartbreak, Prescott conveyed a steadfast message to fans and critics alike, underscoring the team's resilience and commitment to the season. In a stirring bout of Sunday Night Football, the Dallas Cowboys, led by quarterback Dak Prescott, nearly overturned a 17-point fourth-quarter deficit against the San Francisco 49ers, only to fall short in the final moments. Despite the heartbreak, Prescott conveyed a steadfast message to fans and critics alike, underscoring the team's resilience and commitment to the season. However, the Knights' efforts were insufficient to clinch the win. The Cowboys' final drive encapsulated their evening, a sequence of missed opportunities as Prescott threw 4 consecutive incomplete passes when a touchdown was necessary to snatch victory. Conversely, the 49ers celebrated a vital win that brought their record to an even 4-4. Tight end George Kittle, playing on what is affectionately known as National Tight Ends Day, a concept he famously initiated, exhibited a standout performance with 128 receiving yards and a touchdown. The Cowboys' running game, usually a bastion of their offensive strategy, struggled to gain momentum. With Ezekiel Elliott and Dalvin Cook as the primary backs due to Rico Dowdle's illness, the team managed a meager 59 yards from 19 carries. Elliott did find the end zone in the first half, but couldn't catalyze the ground game beyond that. Post-game, the reality of a 3-4 record sets a challenging tone for Dallas as they prepare to hit the road against the Atlanta Falcons in Week 9. The looming Week 10 showdown against division rivals, the Philadelphia Eagles, adds further pressure to rebound quickly. Prescott's resolve in the face of adversity and his acknowledgement of the team's need for improvement encapsulates the Cowboys' current state. While the frustration is palpable, the determination to turn around the season remains undeterred. The team's resilience, mirrored by Prescott's leadership, will be crucial as they navigate the midseason and aim to revive their playoff hopes. Cowboys' Mike McCarthy reacts to Dak Prescott's interception woes. The Dallas Cowboys, head coach Mike McCarthy, and quarterback Dak Prescott have been disappointing after a 3-4 start to the season. Prescott tossed a pair of interceptions in Dallas' 30-24 loss to the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday night, preventing the Cowboys from having a chance at winning. Prescott admitted following that defeat that he damn sure can't be having the turnovers if the Cowboys are going to right the ship. The second one was as boneheaded of an interception as I feel like I've had, Prescott explained. Trying to make a play. Too much confidence in myself right there. Should have just thrown it away. That one hurts, starting off the third quarter that way. Allowed them to get a touchdown there. You look at the end at the score, a touchdown's the difference. Once again, we put ourselves behind in the turnover battle, and that's on me. We can't have that if we're playing to win games, and I've got to clean that up. Period. Prescott finished second in most valuable player voting for the 2023 campaign, but has tossed 2 interceptions in each of Dallas' last 3 games, 2 of which the Cowboys lost. Only 3 quarterbacks have thrown more picks than Prescott, 8 this season. However, to McCarthy, not all of Prescott's interceptions have been the quarterback's fault. Instead, it's on his play calling just as much as Prescott's execution. What did Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy say about Dak Prescott's interceptions? When you look at interceptions, you can grade them and put them in buckets and categories, said McCarthy. I think the first one was that he had pressure. He had pressure in the B-gap, and he had to hitch his feet, which took him late. The safety got a jump on the ball, so he wasn't able to get it to the back pylon, so that ball should have been thrown to the back pylon. That was part of my angst in play calling because of their ability to get pass rush with 4 rushers. And for the second one, the spot wasn't clean and I called it too early. That's a better 3rd and 4-3 call, so the leverage wasn't there, and he's trying to make a play. We have to throw that ball away there. I wish I had that play called back on the second interception. Dak Prescott defenders have nowhere to hide after Cowboys' ugly loss to 49ers. It started out very promisingly in the first half, but deep down Dallas Cowboys fans knew the wheels would eventually come off against the San Francisco 49ers. After taking a 10-6 lead into halftime, the the Cowboys allowed 24 unanswered points en route to a 30-24 loss at Levi's Stadium. So often the scapegoat for the organization's failures, Dak Prescott deserves to face the music following another disappointing performance. A number of things went wrong for the Cowboys. Special teams penalties piled up and the defense didn't have an answer for George Kittle. At some point, though, Dallas needs Prescott to play like an elite quarterback. He's been anything but in the first half of the season. Prescott threw 2 more interceptions Sunday night. He now has 3 consecutive games with multiple interceptions, including 8 in 7 games for the season. He threw 9 picks all of last season. The Prescott turnover narrative that nauseated Cowboys fans in 2022 has returned. And it shouldn't go anywhere until Dak does something about it. Dak Prescott disappoints yet again in Cowboys' loss to 49ers. Cowboys fans at large had defended Prescott against unjust criticisms. However, 3 consecutive games with multiple interceptions is unacceptable. Prescott's second interception looked like an INT the whole way. It was a forced throw to CeeDee Lamb on 3RD and Diamador Lenore read it the whole way. The Cowboys only trailed 13-10 at the time. A punt in that situation would have been totally fine. The ball begged to be thrown away, but Prescott tried to make something out of nothing. That is exactly what he did on his first quarter interception when he overshot Cavani Turpin with Nick Bosa closing in for a sack. It is clear that Prescott is trying to make plays for a stagnant offense, but for an average team decimated with injuries, sometimes less is more. Don't be tricked by the final score, either. No team is better at making a lopsided loss appear close than the Cowboys. While there is something to be said that Prescott and Lamb connected for 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to make the 49ers sweat some, Prescott's play was nowhere near good enough before San Francisco softened up its defense. Fresh off finishing second in MVP voting, Prescott hasn't come close to meeting up to his record-setting contract. Not many quarterbacks would play at an elite level with this offensive coaching, scheme, and supporting cast. There is a lot working against Prescott, more than most QBs, but he is compounding the problem with bonehead turnovers and decision-making. He needs to snap out of it if the Cowboys are to have any chance at making the playoffs. Dak Prescott's turnovers remain an issue in Cowboys' loss to 49ers. The Dallas Cowboys fell to 3-4 on the season in a 30-24 loss to the San Francisco 49ers, 4-4.